Hello, everyone. My name is Monica Gleiberman, and you're listening to Silence on Set podcast. On today's podcast, we have the cast of the Mysterious Benedict Society, which is a show about four gifted orphans who are recruited by an eccentric benefactor to go on a secret mission. However, this season, it takes it on a whole new level. So to start us off, here's Mystic Inscho and Marta Kessler. Hi guys, I'm so excited to see you. I'm just gonna jump right in. So season 1 was so much fun. I love both of your characters. Season 2 is like enormous. It's like on a huge global scale. I know you guys moved from Canada to LA. So can you guys talk about, for both of you, what it was like jumping back into your characters and then also going into this global world and filming in a completely different location?
It was great going back into my character. Reynie has definitely grown more confident. And, seeing him with Miss Perumal, he's found a family finally. And it was really great filming on location. We were on location most of the time. We went to a bunch of different places, and I'm really excited for people to see all the different settings we go.
And Marta, how was it for you? Just kind of jumping in again. I love your character. She's so cute.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was really fun to reunite and to see everybody again. It was really nice to film in LA because I've only been to LA before one time when I was auditioning for the Mysterious Benedict Society, and I really, really liked this season, and it was so much fun to meet the new cast. I mean, the new crew, but yeah, I love the cast, and
It's so funny that they put the two of you together. I just find it so hilarious because your characters like Reynie and Constance couldn't be further from the having commonalities, but yet they do, and they all find a way to work together. But it's just funny that they paired the two of you guys together. I feel like Reynie's so sweet, and then Constance is so sweet but very blunt and in your face. So they're like just very different. But what was it like, also like in terms of the global scale, you guys were very nuclear in season 1, right? So you're all together 24/7, all these episodes. In this season, much more spread out. And, you literally are starting off like on a run. I mean, like you're going right into a ship, right into like the world. So in terms of acting, was that difficult for both of you to kind of wrap your head around like, okay, so we're not just all together in this little space, we're now going to be traveling all over the place. I need to stay in character. I need to do so. Like, was there different prep for you guys coming into the season versus last season?
Not too much, not really. I'm kind of similar to Reynie, but I am different. But I didn't really change the way I got into character too much.
So it was easy for you to kind of just jump right back into it.
Yeah, I guess.
And then how was it for you, Marta? Was it like easy or difficult to kind of jump back in after season 1?
I'm not really similar to Constance, but I
Mhm.
just really got used to Constance, and it was easy for me to jump back in, I think.
And do you guys like, they show so much of how it's so great to be different, right? And all of you are so different. And all of those differences are strengths because all of you bring out something and you solve all these things together. So, a lot of kids and, even adults that watch the show look up to you guys because you're showing that it's okay to be different. It's okay to have these special things about you. So, what does it mean to you for like fans that are so excited for the season that look up to both of your characters and embrace kind of like the weird, right? Or embrace the different. What does that mean for both of you?
It means a lot to me because, I think it's really important to be unique. It's really important to be yourself. And also, like, you don't need like a cape. You don't need superpowers to be a hero. You just need to be yourself.
And then what are you guys, I guess I'll ask for both of you. My final question, what are you hoping fans get out of season 2? Because it's so good. I'm so excited for people to see it. You guys are great in it.
Well, what I'm excited for the fans to see is how Constance changed in season 2. I think that would be interesting, and unexpected turns, of course, in our script, and also how everybody changed and how we reunite.
I'm excited for people to see how we explore the true meaning of happiness. Because Dr. Curtin's latest, like, nefarious plan is to make artificial happiness for everyone. I think it's really important for you to find your own happiness. And I think that's something we build upon.
Well, I want to thank you guys so much because it's so good. And I mean, I was like, how are they going to top season one? And you guys just, I mean, you nailed it. I was like in for all 3 episodes they gave us, and I'm so excited. Fans are going to freak out. It's so good. And just congratulations. Up next are executive producers and creators, Phil Hay and Matt Manfredi. Hi, Phil. Hi, Matt. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, Monica. Nice to meet you.
So I wanted to ask you, season one was such a hit. Obviously, there's a book to work with, right? Some material to adapt. For season two, I was like, where are we going to go? Like, what are they going to do? And we literally start off, and I feel like it's just running. And you guys did such a great job of doing kind of like a quick update, a little joke about how they look older, right? And then right into adventure. So what like happens in the process of that in between season one and two to come up with how you're gonna kind of lead audience into season two?
Well, the kids grew. But I think, what's important to us as, we're kind of like stewards of these characters that Trent and Lee Stewart created, and then we got to expand upon in these shows. And, we feel like they earned some happiness at the end. They went through a lot last season. And so we wanted to have them sitting in that for a second, but still have some energy that propels us into the second season. So that was what we talked about in creating that opening sequence.
And then you guys did it in such a great way because it was a quick like montage, and you were like, oh, these are where all the characters are, and then bringing them all together in a very believable way that they want to just again save the world. Like, it's just in them to kind of save people. Yeah. So for both of you, again, what was it like? Now we're on a much larger scale. We're going kind of global, where it was very secular and like nuclear in season one. So how does that change things for you guys in terms of production, getting them ready, figuring out the storyline, all of those kind of things?
Yeah, it is very different because it really, just in terms of the shooting, there's a locations that are, a lot more locations. We moved the show from Vancouver to Los Angeles, so it's a different look. And in terms of the story, it really leans on, we realized right away that what we really want is these kids to really be together as a family. And any challenge to that is the thing that we're most worried about, as opposed to, yes, global domination is terrifying. Nobody wants to see the bad guy to win. And it seems like he's kind of somehow won at the beginning of the season. But the threat to the family and to their bonds together, and which is why we started them apart. And I think Benedict in the story, the reason he wants to bring them together on this collaborative journey of the scavenger hunt, which then turns into a mission, is because he feels that it's important for them to be together, and it's important for them to reconnect. So that was kind of emotionally what was underpinning that journey from the start.
And I love that so much too, because you do fall in love with them, and all of season one, they're together, right? So like you do fall in love with them, but it wouldn't be believable to not see where they've been, right? So obviously they all have to separate, but the idea that they come back and there's not even there's one slight hesitation, maybe you could argue, from Kate, but in reality, they all just jump on board instantly, and they're right back in their spots, and they're just right back in like the love again. And you're just like, oh, the family's back together, the gang's off to do their next thing. So I really think that you guys like pulled it off so well in terms of setting it up for season two.
Cool. Thank you. I mean, I think like they all kind of got what they wanted at the end of season one, but at the same time, they miss the adventure. No one wants to be in mortal peril, but they missed the other parts of it. They missed the solving the problems together, all the running around, like they, so there is there's a push-pull to their happiness. And they're also very one of the themes this year is the theme of how, once you've found your family, how do you exist in that family? How do you treat the other people in your family? What are the responsibilities? And I think they're all very independent characters. That's how, before we met them, that's how they survived in the world, is to be really self-reliant in their own way. And now they really are a group, and they have to figure out how to keep that sense of self-reliance, but also, exist within a family. And how does that work?
And I'll just end with, what are you guys hoping fans will see or are looking forward to for the season?
I hope that they are really excited as we were to be reunited with these characters and to see how they've grown and changed, and that includes the adult characters. So I think we they have an opportunity to go on their own weird journeys during this season as well. And I hope that they are, can kind of, once again, like, we love it when people want to talk about the ideas of the show and want to talk about, what it's really about. And I think this season we are really exploring the idea of what it means to be happy. And is that something anyone else can provide, or does it have to come from you? And that's sort of, I hope that people kind of find that as interesting as we did.
Yeah, and I think once again, we're hoping that people take away the idea that, like, the stuff that makes you different is actually not a minus. It's the stuff that's going to help you save the world.
Well, I want to thank you guys so much. You do such a good job. I'm so excited
Thank
for
you.
season 2. You guys are just amazing. So I just want to thank you guys so much, and congratulations.
Thanks, Monica. I appreciate it so much.
Up next is Gia Sandhu and MaameYaa Baofo. Hi, how are you, both of you?
Good, thank you.
So last season we definitely saw Rhonda a lot more, but we didn't really see the adults as much, right? We saw a lot of the kids. This season, it's almost like the adults are kind of getting involved a little bit into the action and the adventure. So I wanted to know what it felt like for you guys to kind of be, especially in the first episode for the season, to kind of be chasing the kids and now involved in a little bit of an adventure yourselves.
I think it's shocking at the beginning to discover that the children are suddenly missing. And then I think as that progresses and as we start looking for them, we kind of end up with this really interesting dynamic and bond between the three adults, where, certainly Miss Perumal is getting to know Rhonda and Milligan, who she didn't know at all in season 1, and finding a lot of commonalities between them that, may not have been obvious at first sight. Certainly they've all become parent figures all of a sudden. And I think that's speaking about that and being able to share experiences regarding that is powerful and is bonding.
And what does it feel like, and I can ask both of you, I guess, this, in terms of that experience of feeling like you're now kind of all parents collectively for these kids, and you're also working with younger actors, right? And so is there like a parallel for both of you in terms of acting, but also yet you are older and kind of like mentors for them?
Well, I think, we met the kids 2 years ago now, and we've kind of built a relationship with them, and, like they're growing up, and you have this kind of attachment to them now, while respecting the relationship they have with their parents, because their parents are on set as well. But you care. This production, this cast is one that, for me, I care about everyone on the cast. And so to be able to see these kids and see them grow, and, know that after they say all these lines, they have school to go to. Yeah. You have a nurturing, protective, sensation, a feeling for them. You want to make sure you're rooting for them, as human beings, as actors, for their characters as well on set. So yeah, there's this emotional bond that has been created just because of who these specific actors and these kids are.
We've obviously gotten to see a couple of episodes. We don't know what the rest of the season will bring. So of course you're going to get asked this all day, but what can you kind of tease or tell us about the rest of the season? We're so happy to see you guys back, and it's so fun that we're like starting off right away into a new adventure. So what can you kind of tease?
It's exactly that. It's a big adventure, and it happens on different levels. And I think what's unique about this season is that it's, a global adventure. And I mean, beyond that, I'm not sure what else I can say, really.
I echo what Gia said, because she said it all without saying it.
I know it's hard to give it to say anything without giving away anything. So it's difficult. Well, I know fans are super excited, and I'll just end with, is there anything that you want to tell fans that have been like dying to see the new season?
Yeah, hopefully it's worth the wait.
Yeah, and thank you for waiting.
Here's Seth Carr and Emmy DeOliveira. Hi, how are you?
Great.
So last season was so much fun. It was so fun watching you guys kind of go through all the puzzles and kind of solve everything and like save the world basically. This season we start right away. I mean, literally we kind of do a quick catch up of where you guys have been, and then you're all pulled together and are on your next adventure. So what was it like reading kind of the script for season 2, starting out to find out you're going to kind of be traveling all over the world and entering a new adventure?
It was definitely exciting to figure out what we were going to be doing. I couldn't wait to start, to be honest. But yeah, definitely excited.
Yeah. How's it for you? Same.
It was exciting. It was cool reading the new script. It had been so long since the first season, so just getting to get back into the role was, and getting to see everyone again was really awesome.
And how was it? I love that there's like a cute line in the first episode about how you guys all look different, right? Because you guys are older and it's filmed and kind of aired different times. So what was it like? I guess I'll start with Seth. What was it like for you coming back, re-entering that character, and then also having to memorize all the stuff that he said, because you're just on the go with the lines? I mean, it's crazy.
It was, to be honest, it wasn't that hard. Because of we've already been like filming this. It's like the first season we had to discover a base. Now we know the base, so we're just adding on to it. So to lock into that character, it wasn't that hard. But I do have to say, the words this season definitely were a challenge.
It's a lot. I'm always like, how does he do that? Emmy, for you, what was so great was that all of us were like shocked last season with Ryan Hurst's character, obviously, with finding out Mill and that you guys are related. And then there was all these questions, we were all so much drama, and then we come back and we get to see you guys kind of together, and it's really cute, and then you leave him. So what was it like for you playing off that? Because you kind of didn't in season 1. There were hints. But how was it working with Ryan, playing off all of that stuff together, having that relationship, and then for Kate having to leave?
It was really cool. I mean, Ryan is such a good actor. So it was really fun getting to work with him again. Their relationship is sort of a tricky thing because they want to be kind of like he's her dad. They kind of want to have that relationship, but Kate's never really had something like that before. And then Milligan sort of lost all his memory, so they don't really know how to make it work. But I think it is actually really, really cute, just like watching them figuring it out and growing and then like learning together. It's they talk about it more later into the season, and I think it might be one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, I love it. I love how cute you guys talk with each other too. It's almost like they have their own language together because they're kind of like learning. So you guys do such a great job at playing off of that and the lack of memories that you both have. And it's really, I mean, you guys just do such a great job. So I guess I'll just end with, for both of you, we've all been waiting so long. You guys did such a good job in season 1. Season 2 literally starts off, I feel like, running. I mean, like, we're just taking off, heading on a boat, and like just going. So for both of you, what are you excited for fans to see? And what would you like to tease about the upcoming season?
I'm definitely excited for fans to see the growth within all the characters, not just one. And the tease, don't judge a book by its cover.
That's a good one.
I think that my thing that I think that fans are going to really like to see is there are so many cool new characters this season that we get introduced to, and then there are some characters from last season that maybe we'll see again, and it's really cool. I think like watching like us meeting these new characters, how we interact. There's so many new dynamics in the show, and like with me and Milligan too. So yeah, and my tease was in my answer.
It was there.
It was there.
And finally, here's executive producers and showrunners Darren Swimmer and Todd Slavkin. So nice to meet you
Nice to
guys.
meet you. Yeah.